what makes Stephen King so addictive. And it's definitely the character writing. He has a phenomenal insight into the characters that he creates. He gives them strengths, he gives them weaknesses, he gives them doubts, he gives them beliefs, he gives them really compelling relationships. He's able to craft characters in such a realistic way that you can't help but be engaged. Now, this could be with the good guys, it could be with the bad guys, it could be with the just absolute most villainous forces. He has an interesting way of just crafting these characters to where they just feel so memorable. That was one of the things about Salem's Lot that was really interesting too. In fact, I'm going to dive into kind of the small town horror because I love small town horror, and um, you're interested in all of the stuff that's going on. Salem's Lot, people are turning to vampires. In the Under the Dome, people are dealing with, just how life is messed up under the dome conditions and stuff. When you look at also Cycle of the Werewolf, which I wouldn't say Cycle of the Werewolf is as deeply engaged with the characters as these other ones, but it's still like a good read. But even at The Mist, the insight of characters under different conditions and how ultimately, despite those conditions, the characters often are the biggest antagonists. So if you look at The Mist, people trying to survive. There's monsters out there in the mist outside the supermarket, and what's the biggest antagonist is force that the protagonists have to deal with is this woman who's kind of becoming a cult leader because she's kind of gaining power through the fear and using religion to kind of consolidate this power. Now, if she's not while doing it because she's like a power hungry character, I don't think that's it. But she is a religious nut, so that was actually pretty cool as well. Again, Under the Dome, you have this one guy. I don't know if I forgot what it's called. Not a politician. I guess he's a politician. I can't remember what the exact name is. He's using the dome to consolidate power in this small town as well. And then if you look at Salem's Lot, all of these people's various relationships, whether it be good or bad, wow, these vampires are actually taking over. It's just all the way compelling. And one of the things that I really appreciate about this type of storytelling is you can go like 1/3 of the book and just be engaged with the characters before even any of this stuff even happens. So he does a great job with the character writing. One of the things that I've been trying to learn how to do as well to make those characters believable, but not just make them believable in my eyes, but make them believable in the eyes of the people and themselves. They got to have belief strengths in their own voice. Another thing that he does really well is the small town setting. He's able to build a small town and make it just as much as a character as the people that are in it. Now, it isn't like he's detail by detail of it, but a lot of the set pieces and the environment do play a strong role in the story. And he's able to just craft it, and the way that the stories unfold with these small towns just gives so much room for just maneuvering, creativity, and deep insight. The little things he does with like little folklores, the little sayings, how people's relationships are in these small towns, things like that. I really do appreciate. I really am interested in like the biases of other characters as well. And the two things that he's able to really nail is anybody that's religious. He's able to nail them in dialogue and thought and character, and he's able to people that are what's the word? Not racist. They are starts with a D. I can't remember the name. It's not racism. It's something else. It's when you just don't like something for the heck of not liking it. There's really no reason. You just don't like it. He's good with those type of characters too, and how and what motivates those characters and those types of thought processes. So I really appreciate. And then he's good with the slow burn horror. again, he does a great job of pushing all of the focus onto the characters, their insights, their relationships, and the different things that are going on. This person's cheating. This person's on drugs. This person's a thief. This person's a murderer. This person fears this other person. This person envies this person. This person likes this person. This person's a nut. This person doesn't believe in God. This person's religious. This person's on drugs. This person's a drunk. He's able to actually flesh out all of those really, really good characters. In fact, to preface this, there's one character in Under the Dome named Sammy who is like this druggie, but she has her little baby son named Little Walter that she has. She's one of my favorite characters in the book. I hated that she died so soon, but I really liked her for even just a little bit that she did contribute to the overall story. So, but one of the things that I've learned, and I've learned from other authors, but he has a particularly good way of doing it, is establishing slow burn. Even with the little bit that I've read with the It novel, big ass book, it's like the slow burn is. I mean, it starts off strong with Pennywise, killing a little kid, but he's able to again focus more on the other characters and how life is under these certain conditions with the the brother being gone, Pennywise terrorizing people, just kind of the mystery of it. But the slow burn horror, I think, works really, really well. I would love to do like a study, like an analysis video about slow burn and in small town horrors. And also another thing, and I've already touched on it, is he's able to establish relatable fears for the characters. And again, you have somebody that's drunk, you have somebody dealing with sickness or illness or something like that, somebody getting beaten up, somebody being discovered about their lifestyle choices and stuff like that. I think, I would love to just talk to this guy about this. I'd like to talk to him, when you come up with a character, is there a list of things that you don't want that character to, like you say, hey, let me pick out of 100 one vice, and I take that vice and I develop a character and put this vice and see how that vice shapes their life while also contributing other things. It's like the relatable fears thing too. I really appreciate that as well. Death, sickness, or something like that. Just like an idea would be like, say you'd have a guy that doesn't like women. Well, you find out that he hates women because, I don't know, that his ex-wife took his kids, one cheated on him and gave him something. But then you see how there's like a snowball effect of that in that character, and then you sit and you dive, and you're like, okay, this character is so extreme, but you get why they're acting this way, even when they're going to this way extreme way of thought, So this, I think, was actually really, really cool on his part, as far as relatable fears and motivations and beliefs and stuff like that.